Hello everyone, my name is Enzo Tolentino and I want to thank you for your interest in this presentation. I am really pleased to share insights on AI governance frameworks and I hope you find this session both engaging and informative. About artificial intelligence, well, this technology is transforming industries, bringing immense opportunities along with significant risks. Without clear governance, processes, and structures, organizations face uncertainty in both system effectiveness and societal impact. Frameworks like the NIST AI Risk Management, ISO 42001, and the European Union AI Act help organizations manage AI risk and ensure responsible deployment. Each of offers a unique approach from voluntary guidance to structured certification and enforceable regulation. Comparing this framework reveals how diverse strategies can address organizational needs, geographies, and regulatory landscapes. Let's, this is the agenda for this presentation. First, we will present a summary of the three frameworks separately, starting with the NIST framework, followed by ISO 42001, and concluding with the European Union AI Act. Next, we will discuss the similarities between the governance framework, followed by their differences. Finally, we will wrap up with the conclusion. Let's get started. Let's dive first into the NIST AI Risk Management Framework. This is a flexible tool designed to help organizations identify and manage risk tied to AI systems. The key idea is simple. Risk isn't always bad. It can lead to opportunities or challenges. The goal here is to strike the right balance, minimizing harm while maximizing benefits. This adaptability is vital because AI evolves fast, and with it, new risks often emerge unexpectedly. Now, managing AI risks isn't straightforward, of course. It comes with its own set of challenges. For instance, risk measurement can be problematic because AI risks are hard to quantify due to different contexts and lack of universal metrics. There is no consensus on reliable metrics for AI risks, and oversimplified measurements can miss important nuances, especially for varied user groups and different contexts. Risk tolerance is another challenge, as organizations need to balance acceptable risk levels against societal and organizational goals. This, tolerance, this tolerance is highly context dependent and might change over time. Risk prioritization is also key as organizations, of course, have limited resources. This framework encourages a risk management culture that prioritizes risks based on severity and potential impact. The framework also highlights five socio-technical dimensions critical for AI governance. First, application context. Second, data and input. Third, AI model. Fourth, task and output. And fifth, people and planet. The primary audience for this framework includes organizations and individuals actively involved in creating and using AI systems. The secondary audience includes groups that influence AI risk management indirectly, such as trade associations, environmental and advocacy groups, standard organizations, and end users, of course. This highlights that AI actor with expertise, specific expertise in testing, evaluation, verification, and validation benefit most from this framework. Trustworthiness is also a foundation of this framework, which identifies 7 core attributes for trustworthy AI: valid and reliable, safe, secure and resilient, accountable and transparent, explainable, privacy enhanced, and fair with bias managed. The framework is based in 4 core functions. First, govern, which creates a solid foundation with policies, organizational structure, clear responsibilities, and oversight. For example, a financial institution using AI for credit scoring could implement governance policies that require regular audits for the AI system to ensure that it does not discriminate against certain demographic groups. MAP is another function that helps organizations establish the context for AI risk, identifying factors such as the intended purpose of the system, user expectation, stakeholder affected, and potential impacts. In this case, for instance, before implementing facial recognition in a public setting, an organization might map risks such as privacy violation, bias against certain groups, and public concerns in general, which would help to lead to a more careful implementation of the system. Measure is another key function which applies quantitative and qualitative tools to test how well the system performs, focusing on traits like accuracy and fairness. An example would be an e-commerce platform using AI for personalized or customizable recommendation, measuring regularly that the algorithm fairness, uh, it does not favor or disadvantage specific customer demographics. And finally, the fourth key function is manage, which involves creating response and recovery plans, tracking emerging risks, and ensuring that AI systems are adjusted or deactivated as needed. For example, a healthcare provider using AI for diagnosis might discover a new risk related to false positives in the system and could adjust the model or add oversight protocols to reduce the potential patient harm. Finally, the framework also includes customizable profiles, which allow organizations to tailor risk management practices to their specific needs. There are several types of profiles, including user case profiles, temporal profiles, and cross-sectoral profiles. Now, let's discuss the ISO 42000 framework. First of all, the full name of the standard is in the slide, ISO IEC 42001-2023, that's the name. The framework is super flexible and can be used across different industries. It's all about aligning technological innovation with ethical and risk management standards. This is a global framework that helps organizations to set up an AI management system regardless the company size, the company industry, or the specialization. The framework highlights the importance of understanding both internal and external factors that influence the AI systems. External factors include laws, regulation, and cultural or technological shifts. Internal factors focus on aligning the AI initiatives with an organization's mission, goals, and resources. Leadership has also a pivotal role in ISO 42001. Top management needs to set policy and objectives that emphasize ethical practices and risk management. They should also allocate resources for training, technology, and expertise that support AI governance. Leaders must also foster accountability by defining roles and responsibility for AI risk management. Planning involves identifying technical, societal, and operational risks across the AI lifecycle through risk assessment. It also requires risk treatment in response to those risks identified during the assessments. Evaluating societal and ethical implications through impact assessment is also part of the planning stage. Next is operational control. This involves the operational planning mentioned earlier and also regular reviews to assess risks and impacts. It also demands the use of continuous monitoring and adaptation to help track performance and adjust for emerging risks. Finally, continuous improvement. The standard encourages organizations to regularly evaluate the effectiveness of their AI management systems, addressing non-conformities like inaccuracy or ethical concerns with corrective action, and adapting to new challenges by updating the necessary controls. Now, let's discuss the European Union Artificial Intelligence Act. This is a set of rules designed to promote trustworthy AI while keeping public health, safety, and fundamental rights in check. The Act focuses on a few key areas. First, it aims to harmonize AI practices across the European Union. Second, it also sets strict requirements for high-risk systems to prevent any potential harms. Plus, it supports innovation, especially for small and medium-sized companies, through tools like regulatory sandboxes. The Act applies to anyone developing or using AI within the European Union or whose systems impact the European Union market, ensuring global compliance with its principles. The Act classifies AI systems into four risk levels. Unacceptable risk, these types of systems are banned in the European Union. High risk, the most regulated systems, including safety components of regulated products and standalone AI systems in specific areas. Third, limited risk, AI system with a risk of manipulation or deceit. And finally, minimal risk, which includes all other AI systems that don't fall under the categories mentioned earlier. To keep AI risk, to keep high-risk AI systems safe, organizations need to follow some strict guidelines like risk management, data governance, transparency, human oversight, and robustness, accuracy, and security. Now, general purpose AI models, this category encompasses a wide range of AI models that can be used for various purposes and might include both limited risk and high risk systems depending on their capability and potential impact. Key requirements for those models include providing comprehensive documentation on their training data and system capabilities, conducting adversarial testing to identify vulnerabilities, and adhering to European standards to ensure compliance and safety. To balance regulation with growth, the European AI Act includes measures to support innovation. One of these measures is regulatory sandboxes, which are controlled environments where developers can test AI systems under regulatory surveillance. Another measure is testing provision, which allow high-risk AI systems to be tested in real-world scenarios outside sandboxes, but with safeguards in place. The Act establishes a robust governance structure which includes an AI office that provides operational support, a European Union AI board that coordinates efforts across member states, and market surveillance authorities that monitor compliance and address violations. The Act imposes fines of up to 35 million euros for serious violations and proportional penalties for less severe breaches. Now let's dive into a comparative analysis. Each of these frameworks deal with AI governance, but with different scopes, methods, and regulatory ambition. Here's a breakdown of their similarities. First, all three frameworks adopt a risk-based approach to AI governance. Each framework starts with the idea that AI systems come with different levels of risk, and those risks need to be assessed, managed, and reduced where possible. Second, all three documents highlight the need for robust governance structures and accountability in AI development and deployment. Third, ethics and transparency are also key components of each framework. The terms fairness, ethical responsibility, and protection of fundamental rights are somehow present in the three documents. And four, all three frameworks recognize that AI systems are dynamic and require ongoing monitoring and management throughout their life cycle. In terms of differences, the scope and intent of the framework vary. First, the NIST AI RMF is voluntary and offers guidance for managing AI risk targeted at US organizations, but adaptable globally. ISO 42001 is a global standard with a very structured and voluntary framework for best practices. The European Union AI Act is a mandatory regulation that applies to organizations operating in or selling AI-related products in the European Union. Second, in terms of risk categorization, NIST does not define risk tiers but provides a context-based framework for assessing risk. Similarly, ISO 42001 does not classify risk but focuses on continuous risk management. The European Union AI Act, however, establishes clear risk categories, from ban to high risk and low risk systems. Third, the frameworks also differ in detail. Needs provide flexible guidance adaptable across industry, while ISO 42001 offers prescriptive steps like planning and monitoring. The European Union AI Act is highly specific, especially for high-risk applications, detailing requirements like data quality and human oversight. Finally, penalties and enforcement vary. NIST and ISO are voluntary with no penalty, though poor risk management might harm reputation or the operation of the firms. The European Union AI Act enforces compliance with strict penalties for violation. So these are the most important differences in the three frameworks. Now to conclude, together these frameworks offer organizations a diverse set of tools to navigate the complexities and risks of AI responsibly. For those looking for flexibility and adaptable guidance, the NIST AI Risk Management Framework is a solid choice, especially for organizations in sectors where AI applications vary widely and need to be tailored to a specific context. The ISO 42001 framework appeals to organizations seeking a structured and certifiable approach, offering a globally recognized standard that ensures consistency and accountability. Meanwhile, the European Union AI Act stands out as a legal framework with enforceable rules, particularly for high-risk AI applications, making it indispensable for anyone operating or selling AI systems in the European Union. Ultimately, choosing the right framework depends on the organizational goals, geography, and the level of oversight required. But what is clear is that these frameworks collectively push the boundaries of AI governance, helping to balance innovation with ethical and societal considerations. If you want to discuss further any of the topics mentioned in this presentation, please contact me. This is my contact information. Thanks everyone and keep enjoying the conference. Bye.